He was the son of a Yorkshire farm labourer. He never went to a real school. He taught himself mathematics on a coal-carrying ship in the North Sea. 20 years later, he was the most important navigator in the world. The first European to map the eastern coast of Australia. The first to cross the Antarctic Circle. The first to reach Hawaii. On his third voyage, he was killed on a small beach by people he had only just met. He was born on November 7, 1728, in a small village called Martong, in North Yorkshire. His father was a Scottish migrant farm labourer. At 16, he was sent to work in a grocer shop in a fishing village. After 18 months, he walked 12 miles to the port of Whitby, and signed up as an apprentice on a coal-collier ship. His name was James Cook. For 7 years, he sailed coal up and down the cold, grey North Sea. He taught himself algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and astronomy from books in the ship's cabin at night. At 26, the owner offered him command of his own coal ship. Cook turned it down. He walked into a Royal Navy recruiting office and started over again as the lowest-ranked sailor on a warship. Within 4 years, he was leading the British charting of the St. Lawrence River. The accuracy of his maps made possible the British capture of Quebec. After the war, he spent 5 summers mapping the coast of Newfoundland in such detail that his charts were still in use 100 years later. In 1768, when the Royal Society needed a captain who could navigate to Tahiti to measure the transit of Venus, the Admiralty chose him. On his first voyage, in the ship Endeavour, he sailed around the world. He charted both islands of New Zealand. He became the first European to land on the east coast of Australia. He almost lost his ship on the Great Barrier Reef. On his second voyage between 1772 and 1775, he became the first man in history to cross the Antarctic Circle, and proved that the long-rumored continent at the bottom of the world was, in fact, mostly ice. In 1776, he set out a third time, looking for a sea passage across the top of North America. The passage did not exist. On the way back, in January 1778, he became the first European to set foot on the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaiians received him kindly. He sailed north, was blocked by Arctic ice, and turned south again to spend the winter. He came back to Hawaii. On the morning of February 14, 1779, after a small theft from his ship turned into an argument, and an argument turned into a skirmish on the black sand beach of Kealakekua Bay, James Cook was struck on the head, stabbed, and killed at the water's edge. He was 50 years old. His own crew, watching from their boats, could not save him. The man who had mapped 1/3 of the inhabited world died on a beach he himself had put on the map 10 months earlier. Follow for more untold stories.